The armed forces of Ukraine have recorded another case of a citizen of Turkmenistan surrendering after being recruited to participate in the war against Ukraine on the territory of the Russian Federation. According to Ukrainian servicemen, the individual was detected using a thermal imaging camera, guided by a drone along a safe route, and then signaled his surrender. Despite the active phase of hostilities, the Ukrainian side ceased fire, provided humanitarian assistance including water and warming, supplies, and ensured his safe evacuation to the rear. The captive was identified as Maksat Meredov, a citizen of Turkmenistan. He reported that he signed a military contract on November 14, 2025, hoping to earn money to support himself and his family. This case once again confirms that citizens of our country are increasingly being drawn into a foreign war not of their own free will, but as a result of economic desperation and the lack of protection from their own state. The human rights platform of the civic movement, Dayans, has repeatedly appealed to the authorities of Turkmenistan to officially oppose the participation of citizens in armed conflicts abroad and to clarify the legal consequences of such actions. However, to this day, no public position has been expressed by the country's leadership. The economic crisis, the absence of jobs, and systematic restrictions on human rights force thousands of Turkmen citizens to leave the country in search of income, primarily heading to the Russian Federation. Many of them are unable to obtain legal employment due to the lack of valid documents. The situation is further aggravated by the fact that Turkmen diplomatic missions abroad do not issue passports, depriving people of legal status and making them extremely vulnerable. Left without documents, without the possibility of lawful employment, and without protection from their own state, Turkmen citizens become easy targets for recruiters. They are threatened with deportation, bribed with money, promised Russian citizenship, or forced to choose between prison and the front line. We once again emphasize that the participation of Turkmen citizens in military operations abroad violates the criminal code of Turkmenistan and international law. The silence of the authorities not only fails to protect people but actively contributes to their involvement in this criminal war. The human rights platform, Dayans, expresses its gratitude to the armed forces of Ukraine for their humane treatment of prisoners and for helping to save the life of a citizen of Turkmenistan. We also address all Turkmen citizens currently on the front line against Ukraine. The Ukrainian humanitarian project, I Want to Live, provides a real opportunity to surrender safely and preserve one's life. Once again, we demand that the authorities of Turkmenistan officially prohibit citizens' participation in this war, issue a public statement on this matter, send a formal protest note to the Russian Federation. The state is obliged to protect its citizens, not push them into a deadly trap.